It's a journey, y'all. It's called The Journey Within. That's what my friend said to me. She said,
Genius.
there's no greater journey than the journey within.
All right, welcome, tribe. Welcome. Thank you for joining me in this space once again. As always, you're on Roots Holistic, and it's your boy G3 Easy with the action easy. Spirit called me like strong today, and this message is about a transformation that is taking place. There's something that needs to be released such that new energy can come in. Just looking at this pre-poll that, Spirit led me to getting through here, I'm actually using the Angel Dreams Oracle cards that is by Doreen Virtue and Melissa Virtue. But anyway, this message is very much about something that we need to release, let go, cleanse, and how through this transformation it's going to lead to something that we need to create, something that we need to birth, something that we need to coming into fruition, come into existence, right? So I think if you have been feeling as though there is some kind of energy, a bit of stagnation as well, there's something about that needing to be like transmuted, or an energy that needs to be worked with such that we can actually get to this point of now creating. So it's definitely coming through as an energy of leaving one space, going to another space. Of course, from here we have the bathroom to the kitchen. But then in between that, what is it that's actually happening from us to, even quantum leap or move from one state of thinking, being, and doing to another that is much better or better suited for the energy that we are now embodying. So, yes, I do hope there's something, well, honestly, for you to even find yourself here, there's definitely something for you in this reading. And I'm just gonna go straight in, so get your drink, get your snack. Let's do that thing, man. Let's do that thing. Thank you, guardians. Thank you, angels. Please protect this reading and let the message be swell in the highest vibration of love. That's where we dwell. Of course, welcome to Roots Holistic. We take the journey within, yeah? So starting with our first card over here. Wow, look at how all of these cards just like move to the side. Bathroom. I'm being led to say that like Spirit was really pushing me to get this reading out. I mean, I just came back from the gym and I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna relax, and Spirit's like, nah, go in right now. I was trying to prepare something to eat, maybe watch something, and Spirit's like, nope. And I think there's something about that in this reading, is to say, even though you've been working hard, even though you've been really pushing, even though you've been releasing, going hard in the gym, hard in the paint, just pursuing whatever it is that you've been pursuing, making sure that whatever internal work is now reflecting externally, there is this call to release, to cleanse, to clarify, and ultimately get on top of what it is that you are doing to make sure that you continue working with the energy. There's something about not stopping right now. Like there's a certain level of momentum that you have accumulated, and it's about continuing that because it's like the momentum is building up. But while that is happening, it's a matter of saying that like two things are actually happening at the same time. This energy is building up, leading you to this creation. But as you're going there, there's things that need to fall off or need to be let go of. So I'm like getting this image of how, when you go to like a gym or you go to a spa, people are in the shower rooms, the saunas, the steam rooms, and that is like a release, right? Which is something what's happening here in the bathroom. I'm also being called to remember a message I saw on YouTube a few days ago by this one pastor, and he was speaking to how, when we're in a bathroom is a place where we release, we let go of things. That's a place where we cleanse and we actually let go of, our number two, the things that we're excreting that we no longer need. And then of course, as we bathe, we're letting old skin cells go. And when we release things, we don't look back. You're not flushing the toilet and looking or wondering where does it go, or thinking to what happens when the water goes down the drain in the bath or in the shower, or you get what I'm trying to say. You're not concerned about that. So it's a matter of saying that there are things that we've even attached to that in this room, in this place that we're in, even us moving into this new era, things of our past that we need to let go of and not look back anymore. So it's about being ready to, do this integration. I'm looking at the colors of the tiles there, how, they are two like different colors, dark, light. So you've done this integration, you've done this work within yourself to even get to the point that you're at right now. But it's a matter of saying that there's still certain energies that need to be released. And that speaks to even holding the space. Because when you release energy, you create a cavity or a space where things can now occupy that, And I'm even thinking about a tooth cavity where, even with a tooth cavity, granted, it's something that's painful because there's like a hole in your tooth. But with our wisdom teeth, it's going to be filled with more wisdom. It's like you're allowing a chance for something to fill in its place. So can we trust that even as we let go, even if, we felt comfortable with holding certain energies with us, that in this way of doing, of being, of thinking, we are now being led to move to a new era, right? There've been a lot of messages on the channel about new energy, new experiences, new love, just everything new, And I think to really usher this energy in, as much as we know it's present, as much as we know it's around us, it's us willing to also let go of the old. So old stories, old habits, old behaviors, old routines, old diets, old ways of thinking, being, doing. I think with this collective, and as large as this is, as timeless as this message is, it might resonate, it will. Okay, two things. It might resonate with you now because of where you are. So look at where you are in your journey. But for those that it is resonating with, it will apply to you not only now, but perhaps even at a different point. So it's not about just when this is coming out or when this is posted, but I think there's something about this energy that's like a reminder, a recall, it's like a coming back to form type of a thing. It's almost like, who were you when you were untainted, or who were you before you picked up all this energetic baggage, where I'm even thinking now about like spiritual hygiene, where you were not spiritually clean, if you want to call it that, So it's a matter of saying that like even our spiritual nervous systems, our spiritual hygiene needs to be reset and being accounted for. So if there are rituals that you are doing to cleanse and clear your space, your energy, yourself, your environment, just things to reset, those are very much important. They are recognized, and they are also being encouraged that we continue to do those things, because now we clarify the energy. This clarifying the energy is because we need to be aware that not everything that we feel is our energy. Sometimes, most of the times, especially as shamans, light workers, healers, people who have a purpose, people who are anointed or gifted with a certain task, a mission to create, right? We often get to feel people's energies that are projected towards us because they don't know how to receive or perceive our energy. And because our energy startles them, because it's so divine, it's so great, it's so magnificent, we find ourselves being I would say subject to evil eye, to spiritual attack, right? So I think it's a common thing, but then it's also a matter of understanding that it is going to happen regardless of whether we like it or not. And it's a point of just accepting it at this point and being able to work with the energy to actually understand, like, okay, look, I'm him, I'm her, and because I'm him or I'm her, because of this energy that we exude, I exude, you exude, you are going to be perceived in a certain way. And a lot of the times, as like light workers, as people who have this mission to want to help, we don't see how or know truly how people perceive us. But the truth is that our energy, like, it riles them up, it gets them stirring. We are in people's minds and lives like rent-free at this point. I'm certain of that. There are people who are wondering about us, trying to figure us out. And the moment we can take that time to cleanse and clarify, we can now start to discern, like, oh, this is actually my energy. Oh, damn, I picked up this energy at work. I picked up this energy at the gym. I picked this up at the supermarket. Or this person doesn't know how to, be a vessel or try to like encapsulate who I am. So how can I expect them to hold me? So then they do these things like projecting evil eye or act funny, just trying to get a reaction or a response out of us to try and compartmentalize us and put us into a certain block. But we've integrated so much that we need to stay there, and that's why it's so important for us to remain cleansed, right? And again, whatever situation you're in, I think it's a reminder that instead of trying to shy away from it, how can we work with the energy? That's very much important. In us moving from one card to the next, I'm seeing the moonstone and I'm seeing the snake, and these are the animal spirits that are coming through. And it came to me as I was looking at this, like, oh, okay, wow, we definitely have some support, but both of these are speaking to a transition. And I was also remembering a movie that I watched the other day, which is Stomp the Yard, right? So, okay, let me start with the movie and why it kind of relates to this transition. So in the movie Stomp the Yard, this dancer is now joining a university. And in this university, there are two different groups and they call them steppers, right? Which is what they do. They stomp the yard, they do like gumboot type of dancing type of thing going on. And these two groups or two fraternities, I think one is Nu Gamma Psi and the other one is Theta Nu Theta. But anyways, what's happening is it's like a battle of principalities, spiritualities as well, like for what people believe in, what they want to live by. And the one group has a wolf as their spirit or totem animal, and the other one has a snake. So when I actually pulled out these cards, I actually had the selenite on top, and then I split the deck. And as soon as I saw the snake, I was like, oh, bam, like spirit, you're cooking right now. 115. That might be relevant for someone. But anyway, oh, actually, I've got my angel number book right here, so we're going to check it out. There's also another angel number that I was led to checking out before I started, but we will get to it, we'll flow. So, I'm neuro expansive, so please don't mind me if I'm jumping from thing to topic to topic. I'm just putting little pins here and there. We'll get to them, trust. So, with me even watching this movie, I've been trying to watch it for a while because I love dancing. I used to dance a lot, especially in my younger days. But firstly, university, we have been acknowledged for all the effort that we've put in this bathroom, doing this inner work, cleansing, whatever's gone inside of us. I even look at my t-shirt, which is Adidas, the stripes, so it's we've earned our stripes, we've graduated, we are being acknowledged for what it is that we have done. But now, how this came to me or came to mind here is with these two groups, it's a matter of saying that there's two parts of ourselves which are needing to be integrated, but then also which are leading to this transformation, this rebirth, because both of these animals have that within their essence. If you think about a wolf or a werewolf, it's those people who would transform under the full moon. And then also with the snake, shedding of skin because you need to breathe, you need to live. And it was so interesting also how this further connected, because the first full moon that we had in 2026 was a wolf moon, and we were coming from the year of the snake, which was 2025. So I'm seeing all these synchronicities and I'm like, yo, spirit, you're cooking right now. What? So I'm excited, I'm hyped, I'm just okay, cool. This is also speaking to the transition, that where we came from, where we're at, and it's very important that we align with the moon cycles. So here I was talking about release, and here we have a full moon. Full moons are completion. It is a time to release. But with us seeing it here, with this howling of the moon, it's how do we, okay, Spirit's I just got this feeling on my right ear. I just saw this candle flickering. What's up? Yo, we've been going at it. We've been going at it. Okay. Spirit's saying I should just give you guys the numbers that I saw actually before I left. So, just before I left, I have a electricity meter and I decided to check what the numbers were on there, and it was 79 and 59, right? So let's just go to those numbers really quickly. Okay, so 79 says, your higher self has information that can support you. call up the teacher you have within. You know how I'm thinking about how why Spirit might have stopped me here is because of, these people who are actually wolves. It's like the wolf was always within you. It's like, imagine not knowing who you are, but only finding out when there's a full moon, when the stars have aligned, when certain like elements of the world, which would be the stars aligning, right? The particular point in this moon cycle, or in this cycle that you've lived in your life, now you're at the point where things are aligning and that wolf within is ready to come out. I'm even being led to how I saw this really nice t-shirt I saw on the Nike website, and it's a t-shirt that actually shows a wolf on it. And you know what, I'm gonna try to find a way to like maybe take a screenshot of it and put it here in the video. But in that picture, from what I recall, it's also a wolf howling at the moon, and there's like some thunder. So, with me thinking about that and me not even thinking it's gonna connect with this, but here we are, Spirit's reminding me like, yeah, you saw it for a reason, and here it is coming through. This is like the message was coming through, being downloaded in voices and images. Like all the senses were being, what can I say, like stimulated, or, called at, like being, entertained, used, or put to work ultimately to bring this message in. So it's actually a reminder to me now that, outside of me having pre-pulled these cards, I've been like getting messages of each of these different things, and I feel like a lot of them are just gonna come up as we keep going. But that's it, right? Things have been aligning, things have been coming into place for this energy to now fully like bang, present itself and be known to say, look, see us. And that's the thunder, that's this tower moment, that's this change, or this energy, like, because from the skies to the earth is thunder, it's like it's rumbling and it's ready to come through. So this wolf within, this howling within, this voice, this expansion, this call ultimately, right? Because that's what the howling is doing. And my left ear is going off right now. It's a matter of saying what it is that's going to be revealed on the other side of the moon. What's on the dark side of the moon? Because even though we say it's a full moon, we only seeing one side of it. So it's actually half. So we only been given half of the story. And just look at all the other circles here. The other half of the story is going to come through our dreams and come through this activation that's actually taking place right now. Wow, Spirit. Wow. So that's where we're going to, right? Because our higher self has information that can support us, and we're calling upon the teacher within. So it's interesting how, I'm thinking about food right now, which is what I was about to do before Spirit called me here, 1751. And, food is something that helps us like fuel the body, but it's also grounding. It keeps us here on earth. So it's a matter of saying, like, can we tap into the higher self? Like, what are the things that we can do within our spiritual practice that are going to raise the consciousness, raise the vibration? So I think, with this, even with this howling at the moon or towards the moon, it is that acknowledgement to say we are looking higher, we are setting our sights higher and calling upon that information so it can come down to us, so we can download it, we can understand it, and we can ultimately integrate it, because it's something within us that's being unearthed, which is this transformation into the wolf. But it's because of what has happened, this download that's coming through. Me seeing this moon being over let me just put this here as a bookmark. Me seeing this moon over the moon over the moon. Like, okay, we're going over the moon. Oh, I'm getting that image of E.T. right now. And that's how we are, right? We intergalactic. We're not from this earth, right? We've been chosen. But it's like the moon over the wolf. It's like there's this anointing. It's like there's this mystery that's been over us. There's this, I don't know, this veil that's been over us, this protection that's been over us. And I think it's this gift of intuition as well. I'm getting something about also like the crown chakra being very much elevated, us getting these signs and messages. And you know what? Look at that. I tried to bookmark where I was in the book, but it's like, nah, you just have to trust. You just have to know that even those things that were once hidden, we can always go back to them because we remember. So there's something again that I was speaking to about a remembering earlier, and here it is coming back again, because whenever I see a moon card, even within the tarot, I'm thinking this is a message about us sleeping on it. And as we go through, there's some revelation. Oh my goodness, English. Revelation that's gonna come through. And wait, if it's revelation, what is okay, I don't know, but I'm just getting that there's another word that's wanting to come through right now. But okay, let's keep going. Relation. Okay, there's a relation, there's a correlation between us and the moon. There's like a relationship that we have with the moon, because yes, I was speaking to how it's a full moon, and a full moon is a time to release. But then in the new moon, us just, being aware of the moon cycles, how it works with the elements, how it works with us, and how it works with the wolves. There's something about how we are in relation to the moon, how we cycle with the moon. And aligning with the moon will help us know when it is good time to do certain rituals or certain, transformations, transmutations as well. It's like knowing how to better work with the energy. So for example, during full moon times, you could now use that time to cleanse and clear. And new moon times, you could use that time to set intentions. So I think as I say this, you will know what is actually over you, what is on your crown, what is it that you are getting downloads and insights about that is actually going to work with you, for you. So again, with the bathroom, you could be in the full moon and doing your spiritual bath, your cleansing bath, and releasing whatever you had taken on within that period. And then in your new moon, now that you've been cleansed, you set an intention for the next moon cycle or the next phase, and then do something new for yourself. Get your hair done, get a new outfit, pamper yourself, because you're bringing in this new energy with these new intentions, you feel me? So there's just something about working with the moon and these mysteries making themselves known because you've worked with your intuition. Okay, Spirit saying the second number is for the second card, so the second snake. So I don't know if there's a second snake. So I don't know if there's like more than one snake that you've dealt with, but then it could also be your internal snake, but then also an external snake. I'm even getting the image of a infinity sign right now. I'm also getting an image of Ouroboros. So that might be the two snakes. So the cycles, right, with the Ouroboros, but then also the magic and the manifestation with the 8 symbol. So there's just something about these two snakes. I'm also getting that, this could also speak to those attacks that I was talking about where, like a snake slithers, it's kind of given this negative connotation of like, yeah, snakes are bad and, they're going to come and attack you. They're poisonous. They will bite you. So there's also been a release of snake energy. People who are slithering and Slytherin, here I'm thinking about the magic, which is like Harry Potter, right? So it was, Malfoy and Harry Potter. It was like, yo, I'm trying to like become the best magician that I can be, but here you are coming through trying to sabotage, but you know what? Because I've understood the snake within, I've integrated the snake within, I've looked at my dark and my light, that I'm now no longer held or bound by the things that were even like creating this resistance. Because I'm thinking like, oh man, I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna relax. But there was this resistance to like, okay, let me do it later. But it was like, no, we have to do it now. We have to do it now. This energy needs to get out right now. So even with the snake, like if it delays its shedding, it's going to die. It's literally going to die. So it's a reminder that, you know what, guys, we didn't come this far to come this far. And I think it's high time, because, the moon is up, right? It's high time that, also high tide, because it's moving with the water. So there's something about working with the elements as well over here. Clearly something about water with the bathroom, the moon, but there's just something about that. I think you've got water guides, water animals, water spirits, and just looking at these other things as well. This looks like a crystal ball. It looks like there's water in that. I'm also getting like a snow globe type of vibe, and the snow is ice. You know what I mean? And then the kitchen, there's also water there, but there's heat. So there's water, fire that's gonna come through together, but we'll get there. And yeah, man, like, me just feeling all this energy jumping around from place to place. It's like, yo, this energy just wants to come out. It's like we're cooking, you know what I mean? And we're getting to the kitchen. It's alchemy. It's like it's being created through me, through you, through us right now. Spirit is like really spiriting, you know, if I could better describe it in that way, because it's like embodying who you are, who you truly are, you know, within your nature, your true self. So there's this revelation actually of the snakes, of the wolves within, you know, the animal spirits. And you know, animals, like, they always associate them with a certain type of an energy. So it's like the snakes have been revealed, the wolves have been revealed, and what parts of ourselves are also being revealed, like where we've had a certain level of resistance to actually opening up to them, tapping into them. 2525, what? 2525, we live and direct. And thank you to Spirit, because our paths intersect. Now I mean, yeah, and I put a scissor in here as another bookmark, because you know what, we just gotta cut it up. But you know what, I didn't think I was gonna read this, but here we are. This is a message that I got earlier, which I didn't think was related to the reading, but hey, let's cook. Because we in the kitchen, literally, and on the card, right? Goodness gracious, 2556. Oh goodness. Okay, let's go, man. Oh yes, I did some book divination, so I just opened it up and my finger was on 962, and it says, take time to consider all those you love and are connected with before setting any intentions for your future. You are being guided to become more aware of who and what is important. Wow, story time. You know, on my side, I have done a lot of releasing, like this bathroom card, and me too, in my experience, I've also had to realize, like, there are certain habits, behaviors, my diet has had to change, even people, places, environments. So it's like I stopped smoking, you know, I stopped speaking to certain friends or even people that I would consider close, like, you know, to me, and even family members and stuff like that. But you know, it's a reminder to say, even as now I'm moving into this new era, there are certain energies, there are certain things that I would still like to be a part of me, certain people, certain things that I've discovered along my journey that I'm being asked, okay, yes, we are clearing space, but do you want to let go of this person or let go of this thing? And it's about what is the intention behind it. So I use myself as the example to say that, like, it's definitely possible. As tough as it is, as hard as it may be, there's a reason why we're being asked to let go of people, places, spaces, ways that we were thinking, doing, and being before, or even at the moment, because there is this call, right? There is this greater reason and purpose as to why we are being pushed towards or being driven by this energy, because of all the work that we've done. I just saw 2741. Oh, the boy got a rhyme all the time. I mean, hey. So it's like, yo, let's no longer resist the change. It's like, how many signs, how many synchronicities, how many coincidences, which we all know there's nothing like that. It's all real. It's all a manifestation of what our spirit, our soul team, our you know, our angels, our ancestors are trying to present to us. So they can only present certain things to us a certain number of times until we clock it, like, oh, I see the link, I see the pattern, I see how these things are actually working out, and this is the message. And when we learn from that, when we now start to integrate that and like absorb and adapt from that, we now change, we now evolve. And you know, spirit can only go so far until we ask them to intersect with us, to intercede, to actually take the reins and show us the better way that we can move forward. So there's just something about like recognizing ourselves, right? And being aware of what is it that we still want to be connected to, because you're not being asked to completely redefine who you are, but recognize that there are parts of you or things that you are connected to, people, places, spaces, things, internal, external. You get what I'm putting down, you know? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? You get me? But it's like, what is actually important to you? So there's an evaluation, right? And I think that's the nice thing about this, like having this full moon, because it's this mystery, it's this intuition. It's like you now tapping in, you tuning in, journaling, meditating, whatever spiritual practice you do, because you're working at your spiritual hygiene, you're now about to cook and get this thing out. Wow. I feel like there's more to that, but okay, let's go in. So it was 79 and then 59, right? That's where we were. Okay, let's get back in it. Back in this, and I'm back in my bag. Which niggas is sad, or something like that. But yeah, the song is Back In by Nadia Nakai. Yeah, cause we back in this. Yo, let's go. Look at this. All relationships are assignments. You are finding your friends and your tribe and even understanding soulmate relationships at this time. Oh, here's this extra part the spirit was like talking to me about. And here I'm thinking about it. Because like, I was even getting messages from like people that I've decided that, okay, I don't think I should be engaging with them or speaking to them anymore. But then now I'm even asking myself like, okay, why do I even want to speak to this person? Like, are they important? Like what, was being asked of us? And if every relationship is an assignment, then I'm now questioning like, okay, what was it that I was meant to learn in that engagement, in that relationship? And is there still some value that I could gain from it? Because if there is, then that is the sign that, okay, I can actually keep it around because there's something I can gain from it. Or if it's an assignment, maybe I'm still meant to do something for them. Like, Spirit put them and I on the same path for a certain season, reason. You know what it is, like, how it works. Sometimes you know people for a short time, sometimes you know them for a long time. I mean, I know someone that messaged me recently from primary school. Literally, like, dude, that's like 90s, right? Yeah, 1999, I was in grade 1. But like, when did I meet her? Okay, anyways, listen, early 2000s, I was in primary school. And another friend who messaged, who I know from high school. And then there's like a message coming through from my nephew, right? And it's like, all of these people came into my life at different points in time, at different lessons, different things that I've experienced with them. And it's like, some of course chosen friends, some not chosen family. But it's like, yo, what lesson are you coming through with? And while the younger me, who was not so on this journey with things, was not as tapped in, was not as aware that every relationship is an assignment, that everybody's coming here to either teach us something, we there to teach them something. There's a reason why this energies come together. There's now this greater level of knowledge now to say, okay, because we are more like in tune with or understanding of what it is that we are creating, what it is that we're manifesting, we can now be more decisive as to which energies we allow into our space, because we understand some of them are helping the mission, some of them are hindering the mission. So do you even want to go backtrack, repeat certain mistakes, stay in the bathroom? Houseway, make it make sense, right? Make it make sense. So there are some people who we love, but we have to let them go. Some people who we despise, but we have to keep them around because they're teaching us something. They're giving us energy that we can work with, that we can transmute. So instead of like asking God to remove the storm, how about we ask God to guide us through the storm, to teach us through the storm, to build resilience through the storm? You get what I'm saying? I'm even getting that saying about like keep your enemies close, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. So some people with their energetic hygiene. Oh, I'm just thinking about another video right now where this lady, Olani, was speaking about how, some people are careless with their energy. And, here we are speaking about energetic hygiene and rituals to, oh, look at that, past life gifts review. So, how like some people are like careless with their energy, and because they don't even understand us, they don't even sometimes realize that they're like projecting evil eye at us. But then what we do is one of two things. We could easily say, hey, angels, guardians, ancestors, however you connect, your guides and so on, reverse the evil eye, push it back. But then on the other side of it, we could now say, you know what, let's transmute the energy. Let's say this evil eye works for me. Anytime that somebody says my name, projects energy my way, whichever shape or form it's in, negative, positive, you name it, right? You now transmute that energy to your highest, greatest good, such that, whenever any energy is projected towards you, that it only adds to your growth, your fuel, your expansion, your elevation, your creation. So how do we now work with this energy? You know what I mean? So it's not about being in fear anymore. And whenever an energy is presented to you, you like get excited because it's like magician mode. alchemist mode, those are just activated, and then there you are now working with the energy rather than shying away from it, because it's an opportunity. If people want to talk, if people want to watch, if they want to monitor, you know what? Talk, watch. We're going to give you a show. And what we are doing in these alignments with the moon is actually now recognizing how we work with these energies, how we know, like, at certain points in time we do cleansing, at certain points in time we do transmutation, at certain point in time we do intention setting. So that's actually what's happening right now. Oh, wow. Yo, let's let that bitch breathe, man. Goodness gracious, and my right ear's been going off. I don't know if there's like a warning, there's a sign, there's a frequency that we need to tap into, to tune into. But whatever it is, it's going up, it's going out, right? If it's showing up, it's needing to show out. Like, if it's coming up, it's coming up. So let it happen. Let it happen. Oh, there's probably like other energies that are like trying to get in the way. Like, nah, we don't want this message to come out. 3549. We don't want this to come out like this. Look at me. Even needing to clear my voice and so on. It's like, yo, we are attacking this throat chakra. G's too awake right now. You too tapped in. You too tuned in right now. Like 363, This is confirmation for somebody. I'm certain. At this point, it's like confirmation for somebody. And Spirit's like, yo, you need to post this message A to the fucking SAP, bro. Yo, don't be dumb, right? There I am saying ASAP. Don't be dumb. Let's get some discernment out here. But yo, there's a chance for you to undertake major spiritual growth at this time. Open up to healing information. So wow, and there I was even thinking about the snake, right? And Spirit was saying this number is not for the snake. That's why you got 79 and 59. So yo, let's just download that one time. What you saying, Spirit? Yeah, we gotta cut it. We gotta cut these old things out, right? For sure, granted. Because it's the spiritual nervous system, it's the spiritual hygiene, right? You're bringing me back to that. And for spiritual growth, what is it that we are taking into the system? How do we keep it clean? How does the snake shed its skin from what it once was so that it can heal? Because it's ultimately healing itself by letting go. Because if it didn't heal, it would have perished, right? But now it's finding a way to heal itself so that it can continue living. And with me even thinking about the other number, about like connecting to our higher self. So it's like there's this energy that's within us that's actually leading to our own rebirth, our own release, our own integration. And there I was led to like putting down this card, and I put it down in this bathroom, and I was speaking to the tiles, right? Because of our steps where we've walked, the grouting, the things that we've put together, we've found the commonalities, we've stuck things together like puzzle pieces that led to this integration. I'm even looking at the snake and how it has like all these lines underneath it. So it's like piece by piece, part by part, we've wrapped it around this branch. I'm even getting this image of like what I saw when I was at the garden center, right? How like pecker birds have this log that they, I think, breed inside of. So it's like there's something about your rebirth, something about your birth, something that you were breeding, or this energy that you are harnessing that was perhaps bound at a time. Wow. And Spirit's cooking. It's like now you've actually started to get to a point where you've understood that, like, okay, guys, you know what, this energy has been coming through, sign after sign, vision after vision, voice after voice, feeling after feeling, sound after sound, like 39. Goodness gracious, Spirit, like you're just connecting all these things for me right now. Wow, thank you. It's like you have needed like a stage or a bed or a setting or an environment ultimately for you to be able to birth this new creation, but it was bound by the other snakes. But now you having integrated, you having become your own snake of sorts, your own dark, your own light, your own piece by piece, your own steps, your own transformation, your own rebirth, your own manifestation and magic, your own cycles. Like, goodness, it's about recognizing what's within you, right? Because it was always within you. The power was always within you. This information was always within you. So it's about you now tapping in, you tuning in to reveal, unearth this thing. Wow. Wow. With me even looking, a spirit saying, look at the colors, and there's yellow, there's green. So this connection of the lower chakras and it being grounded here in the heart space, And I mean that's our action, that's our drive, that's our creativity. So how do these two things merge? Because the top side is love, and then the bottom side is this, this sexual energy, this drive energy. So it's like, even I'm getting sexual transmutation right now. It's like how you can use this like solar energy, this sun, this burning energy, and lead it and guide it through love. Just like a snake moves, you move with love. You let love lead, but then knowing that there's so much passion, there's so much drive behind it. You know what I mean? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Like, yo! Come on, man. And like picking up, right, the branch, the snake on the branch, and also putting down, which would be on the grass. So there's alchemy, as above, so below. Goodness. Yo, let's cook. 41.8 or 41.7. That was what I just saw. But wow, man, there's this integration, of course, the snake, the pieces or the segments of the snake. But then that's what's happening, right? With this integration, it's like there's, look at that, the green as well. And look at that, heart chakra being confirmed, compassion, love, cultivation. I mean, I don't try to like keep hitting this dead, but it's like, yo, there's more. And that's the mystery, that's the intuition. These cards were in the background. It's what was being revealed, right? Because there's something about what Spirit saying, our past lives, that we need to review, something that we need to understand. Open up that box, Pandora's box, and look what she's opening. As she opens it up, there's this yellow light on her, and then here it is with the compassion. Ooh, I'm getting all these shivers right now. Goodness gracious. Okay, let's put this over here. So it's like there's something in our past life that is this fire, this passion, this drive, this, again, this sexual energy that is now needing to be integrated, because there's something about our gifts. It's the solar plexus. It's our light. It's this gift within that, like a box that's been held within that now we need to bring forward, that we need to bring out. And here we are needing to let love lead, because love is the cultivating soil. It's the ground that is going to like leap off from or live from, because once it's rooted in love, it's now rooted in our expansion, because I mean, just it's so interesting. I was actually thinking about this in a previous reading where I was like, we open up these boxes, and I think what is being revealed to her and what's being revealed to me, to you, when we dive within, it's something that's different, because we all have different gifts. We all have different parts of ourselves that we need to reveal or that have been concealed. And now it's a matter of saying, let's open it up. Let's see that aspect of ourselves, our inner child, or past hobbies or past things that we used to enjoy doing, that we were gifts, that were creations, or things that we were meant to use to serve, tools, aspects of ourselves that we need to review and look at, like, damn, why did I stop painting? Damn, why did I stop dancing? Why did I stop making music? Or something like that. But you get me, right? Why did you stop pottery? Why did you stop doing karate? Why did you stop riding your bicycle or taking those walks? Because they were clearing your mind. There's something about Rubik's Cube that I'm also getting right now. So I don't know if there's somebody who likes figuring things out, or you like colors, or you just like playing with objects, doing things with your hands. But it's like, yo, you tried certain things, you might have picked them up and put them down. Okay, that's actually what's coming to mind right now. It's like a Rubik's Cube. Some things we need to go back to them so we can actually figure them out and review them, because it's like, yo, we need to like figure them out, Yo, it's so interesting. Like, I'm getting this energy of like, yo, just stop right now. Again, I don't know if it's the resistance, But yeah, there's just something about this energy needing to stop right now. Okay. All right, you know what? I'm gonna trust spirit. I'm gonna trust spirit right now. There's something that's like saying you need to stop. I'm gonna cut this short right here. Let me see what spirit is trying to say, what spirit wants to do, and I just saw 4449. I think you know what? If there's more for you, you're gonna get it in the part two of this message. But yeah, there's just something again, just to wrap up what's happening here with this past life and what I was trying to get to. It's like, there might have been something that you tried or you started, but then you need to come back and pick it up again because there's something that you didn't see, something that you will now discover that there was a gift in it for the review. So like a Rubik's Cube, you could try to figure it out, try to figure out the patterns. In our case, trying to figure out how certain energies work or why they were in our space or in our lives. But then now that we can go back to them and review them, there's something that's going to come out of that, and we're going to end up seeing or understanding as to why that was actually the case. So let's remember that those energies, those passions were assignments. And no matter how we express those things or whatever reason we pick them up or put them down, there's a reason why things happen the way that they did and why they are now being called for us to release what once was so that we can transform and ground it in this heart space, right? So, yeah, let me stop this right here and let me trust Spirit. Spirit always wants to cook. And I hope this first part of the reading is like blessing you, helping you, aiding you, uplifting you, encouraging you. And yeah, I'm gonna record the rest of this reading as I feel led to doing so. But yeah, for now it's really weird. Spirit's just like, yo, chill. So yeah, let me pause right here. Much love, much light. Catch you again next time on Roots Holistic. Peace, gang. Yay, yay.